What?
You know, it's something with this game, more so than previous Call of Duties. We've had some bad shoot first and die Call of Duties in the past. Black Ops 2 comes to mind, Modern Warfare 2019. You know, we've had other Call of Duties where, you know, a lot of the time you shot first and then you died first. And in this game, it's like a phenomenon. I'm constantly saying to myself, I'll eat these weird ass deaths. You guys know the deaths that I'm talking about. Kind of something like what you just seen there, but I'm more so right now talking about, you know, red gun on red gun, and I'm shooting first, and we're at perfect range for whatever gun I'm using, and they're not. Let's say I'm using an SMG at like point blank, they're using an AR at point blank, and you know, I shoot first, I'm going for chest and headshots, they're shooting me in the waist, and they win the gunfight. And I say to myself, constantly playing this game, bro, I just do not agree. Like, I'm watching the kill cam back, and like my jaw's on the floor, and I just, after I pick myself up, I'm like, yeah, man, I don't agree. I don't agree that I lost that gunfight. It's fucking crazy. Dude, it's driving me crazy in this game. I've never seen it as bad as it is right now in Modern Warfare Deuce. A lot of people have been telling me how bad the shotguns are in this game, and typically, I'm not a shotgun guy, right? I can put up gameplay with shotguns, but I don't usually use them. I'm mostly an SMG AR guy. But in this game, you know, the way the unlock system is, you got to pretty much use every gun in the game if you want to unlock all the attachments and everything else. You got to use like every different gun in the game, and I can see why they're doing that. It's kind of frustrating, but I can see why they're doing that. You know, typically I'm not a shotgun guy, but if you can't rely on a shotgun in the clip that you just seen, what is the fucking point of using one in this game? If I had a sniper, though, you already know it's over. You already know if I had a sniper, I'm winning that gunfight. I'm staying on my streak. I'm picking up my SAE or whatever the hell I was running in that clip. The gun balance in this game and shit. Like, is it the shotguns suck? Or is it the game sucks? I mean, I think it's a bit of both, man. I think the game fucking sucks and the shotguns are booty too. I don't understand. If you can't use a shotgun in that situation, in that opening clip, there is no point in using them. Especially when you see a lot of proof that I have on this channel already, what the snipers could do out here, what the marksman rifles could do out here. They can out shotgun shotguns in this game all day, every day. And Infinity Ward's cool with that, man. They're not buffing the shotguns. They're not nerfing the snipers. They ain't doing shit. I'll tell you what they are doing, though. They're giving us Call of Duty Rocket League. They're giving us Destiny raids in Call of Duty. They're giving us, and I'm using the air quotes right now, a new map. This map right here, Shipment, this map that we had way back in 2007 in Call of Duty 4. And they're giving us a whole bunch, a gang of bundles. You notice how the store's always popping though, right? One thing, on top of many others, but one thing I can't stand about this game is the UI. But it's the UI when you try to get into the game though. Have you guys, let me know in the comments if this has ever happened to you, if you ever got this screen before where you'll go to sign into the game, right? And it's telling you that it's loading player stats and all that shit. You'll get to like the first page there. And if you go to hit B to skip it because they got a bundle right in your face, you go to hit B, it sends you back to the main menu. So you have to sign in again. Then you got to wait for it to load your player stats and all that shit all over again. And then it will bring you back to the same bundle screen. But if you press B, if you're on Xbox or circle on PlayStation or whatever, to get out of that bundle screen, it will take you back to the main menu again. And then you got to do it all over again. When you get to this bundle screen, when it's doing that, it doesn't do it every time, right? It doesn't say, I would say like once every 5 times I sign on to the game. You have to actually press down on the D-pad in order to be able to get into multiplayer or Warzone or whatever you're trying to do. Like, you can't get past that screen unless you click down. There's nothing telling you there that you have to click down to be able to actually play the game. You'll just keep going back between menus, man, looking at this stupid ass cringe as fuck bundle. Dude, the UI in this game is just, fuck, man, it drives me crazy. It's so bad. I don't know how this passed anything. Like, how does this pass an alpha stage or anything like that? I don't know how somebody saw this And they're like, yeah, this is great for a Call of Duty game, man. This is dope. We got to keep this shit in. Whose idea was this shit? And honestly, I was a little depressed when we got Season 1 Reloaded and they did nothing with the UI. They know this shit's a problem and nothing gets done. It's like Infinity Ward, like I said this all the time back in Modern Warfare 2019, man. They just can't get right with shit. They don't get it. They can't get it. It's like a fucking wall, man. We hit a barrier or some shit. Like they know what's wrong because people are telling them. They'll even acknowledge it sometimes and they won't do shit. But anyways, now that I got this little rant out of my system, I guess we should talk about Season 1 Reloaded and what I think of it so far. I did get a chance to use the gun because the gun was actually really easy to unlock. You only got to get a couple of kills with assault rifles in 15 different games, right? But it actually works. If you just start up a quick game of Shipment, get 2 quick kills, back out, and just do that 15 times, you'll unlock the gun, right? So under these circumstances, I was actually able to try a new gun on the day that it dropped. Because I guess the challenge is broken or whatever. So if you didn't know that you can unlock it that easily, now you know. Go out there and get you some, what's the name of it? I think it's Chimera, I believe. And it's actually a good gun, man. It's pretty dope. I like it. I like the mobility with it and all that. The iron sights are clean. I think it's struggling with range a little bit, but I don't have it fully ranked up yet. So maybe once I get some range attachments on it, it might help. Like, it does struggle at range, but it's a damn good gun, man. I was having fun with it on Shipment. I do think I have a gameplay with it, but we're not going to use it in this video. But I'm pretty sure I got a gameplay with it. Solid gun, man. I was having a good time with it. The map itself, it's well, like you guys seen in my first game yesterday, as you guys can tell, I was given a little break. I was given a breather with the skill-based matchmaking in that game and in my second game, as well as this game here. And this game was from this morning. I played my first 2 games after taking a few days off, and the last time I was on, I was in sweaty MLG pro tournaments and shit, $1 million and all that. So I think because my last session was pretty rough, and then I took a few days off, that the algorithm gave me a little break for my first 2 games yesterday. And then I got the skill-based matchmaking lobbies. It caught up to me with the full force. And I'm telling you, when you're playing in those types of lobbies with those types of players, that caliber of player, you can't really move on this map, man. I was getting melted, you know, all level 250s and shit I'm up against. Basically, as soon as you spawn, you just got to come out shooting, right? Just hip fire your gun, right? As soon as you spawn, just start hip firing your gun. You might get a kill. You'll probably get melted. A lot of shoot first and die. Just using all the cheese strats. A lot of dudes laying on the ground too in cringy spots with LMGs and just spamming the spawn, and they're just destroying people. As soon as you spawn, you're getting shot in the legs by this LMG slob laying on the fucking ground. It's crazy, man. The bunny hopping snipers and shotguns with riot shields and everything else you could possibly think of. Drill charges, the whole 9. Yeah, it's crazy out here, bro. Shipment in this game is fucking insane when you're in normal skill-based matchmaking lobbies. But when you could get a lobby like this, it's actually fun. Call of Duty is fun when you're not in professional fucking tournaments. But this map in general was never a map that you could honestly take seriously, right? It's a great map for knocking out some challenges, camo challenges, ranking up your guns, shit like that, maybe progressing the battle pass a little bit. But it's not a map that you can really take seriously like that. So I decided last night, when I was in these crazy lobbies where if you had a miracle run, if you went fucking beast mode, if you went ham and got yourself a UAV, you didn't even have enough time to call that bitch in before somebody spawned on you and shot you immediately at a spawn. When I was in these lobbies, I decided, losing all these inconsistent broken gunfights, that I got a law for myself, or more like a rule. The rule of 3. When I jump into a game now and I lose 3 gunfights where I just do not agree, right? I'm watching these kill cams and shit, and I'm knowing that I played that situation perfectly. There's no way I should have lost that gunfight. The rule of 3. If I eat 3 deaths like that in a game, then I don't give a fuck about that game anymore. I'm not going to rage quit like I usually do when I eat bullshit, broken deaths like that. The rule of 3. If it happens to me 3 times, then that's it. I'm out. I'm still on the sticks, but I don't care anymore, right? I'm letting myself get killed. I'm just going to walk around, hip fire my gun. If I get a couple kills, cool. If I die a shitload of times, then that's great. I don't have time to reverse boost like all these other dudes do who do YouTube and Twitch and shit on a regular. It's their full-time job and all that. I don't have the time to reverse boost like that. So I'm just going to let myself get owned for a game when I'm losing fucked up gunfights like that. See, these people don't seem to understand too, man. When you're in these tight as hell skill-based matchmaking lobbies, the ones that defend skill-based matchmaking, when you're in a higher bracket, and I'm not saying I'm in a high bracket at all. I'm just saying when you're in a higher bracket, because I don't even think I'm a good player, but you know, I'm in lobbies with a lot of really solid fucking players on a daily. When you're in these lobbies, man, and you got to try your fucking ass off just to go like 20 and 15, but then you're losing these whack, broken as fuck gunfights too. Like, talk about a stress simulator, man. It's you're supposed to play a game to unwind, to chill the fuck out, to relax, man. Not be like that. Like you're on the edge of your fucking seat. You're sweating bullets, man. Just fighting, killing yourself. Just to go a little bit even, just to barely go positive, dude. It's fucking ridiculous. So it's a rule of 3, man. If I lose 3 gunfights in a game, let's say I'm in a game for a couple minutes, I lose 3 gunfights that I do not agree with. I know there's some bullshit. That's it, man. I'm just gonna let myself get owned for the rest of the game. And that's what happened with my last few games last night. I would say 3 out of my last 4 or 5 games, because I tried recording some Warzone cut for you guys. I recorded my first game and that got fucked up. I couldn't upload it. I was working on that for you guys last night and I could not upload it. And when I noticed that, I said, fuck it, I'll jump back on Modern Warfare dues for some shipment. And I would say like 3 out of those 4 or 5 games I played after I realized I wasn't going to be able to upload that Warzone Cup game. It was a rule of 3, right? I was losing gunfights that I had no business losing. So I just said, fuck it, man. We could use some of this XP anyways. And I'm just going to let myself get owned. I was still going for kills, right? I was just like hip firing and shit. But I just said, fuck it. I don't give a hot shit if I go positive at this point. So I had some real bad games. Rule of 3. And then this morning I jumped on for a few games. This was the second game that I had this morning. And the first game was a game that I was thrown into in progress. It was almost over, and your boy went 15-1. So there is some truth out here to the people that are saying, you know, have some bad games in a row. There is some truth to that. I can't say for sure how many bad games you have to have or how negative you have to go for X amount of games. Like, I haven't been doing it long enough. I just tried it basically last night. And, you know, so I can't say for sure what it is, but there is truth there. If you have some shitty games, right? If you have some trash KD games and you just allow yourself to just get shit on, you'll get normal lobbies, dude. Like, not these pro MLG tournaments. And all they have to do is just give us connection-based matchmaking back, right? Give us our connection back so we have fair gunfights out here. We don't have to worry about this shit. Are you kidding me, Activision? Just give us fair gunfights back, as fair as we can get on the internet. I don't fucking understand this horseshit, dude, that y'all are doing. It's fucking crazy when you got us going up against clones of ourselves, but then you're losing gunfights too that you have no business losing, man. It don't make no motherfucking sense. Just give us back the connection-based matchmaking, man. Give me a fair fight back. If I jump on for a session to record and I'm up against entire teams of sweats, that's fine, man. The next time when I get back on, it's not going to be the same thing. Well, there's a good chance it's not going to be the same thing. I might get, you know, just clones of myself, but now I actually have connection and we have fair gunfights. I might get noobs and a couple of pro MLG players and shit, you know, in full tryhard mode. It's the variety that made Call of Duty so great in the past, that made Call of Duty fun. But let me know what you guys think of Season 1 Reloaded in the comment section. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm out.